Hi guys, Jamie here. Today we're going to do one of Roxy weekly challenges, which is to make this little ephemera holder for junk journals from She Used Original Promissory Notes. I happen to belong to a Facebook group where someone put up some free scanned images of checks and notes and money. I've already got a playlist video that involved the money aspect that I printed up. So all I've done to prepare for this challenge is print up some of them. I've got 5 here already kind of ready to go because that would take too long otherwise, which means I've printed up 2, back them onto each other. She used vellum paper. The original reason was she wanted to be able to see through so that you could see the back of the design. I don't actually know what vellum paper is. I know what it is when you buy it printed. I don't know what it is when it's plain. So it could be the same thing as tracing paper in the UK. I've used tracing paper. I also thought you could actually use greaseproof paper, kitchen paper, parchment paper. It's also see-through, and that's very, very cheap, of course. You can use either, I would have thought. I'm also going to switch up the design a little bit just to give it my own twist. Initially though, within the 45 minutes that you're given to do these challenges, I will make one very similar to this prototype, and as you can see they can hold quite a bit of ephemera. I have 45 minutes to go onto the clock. I also will edit this video so it's not exactly 45 minutes long, mainly because I have issues chatting for 45 minutes. So I do edit my videos. This will not be 45 minutes long, even though I will spend 45 minutes doing this challenge. I will get it down to the relevant bits for you. It's already on 45 minutes from when I did her last challenge, so we can get going now. The first thing is, obviously you've measured and cut your tracing paper, greaseproof paper, vellum, whatever it is that you're using, to fit inside. There might be a little bit of trimming to do afterwards. Then it's just tearing it to get that torn edge look. Now she tore it so that you had big tears and you used one going the opposite way, which probably would be a sensible thing to do. But I haven't done that, so I am going to go down to here, tear it the opposite way, because that's what should have happened in the first place. Then to get that straight edge, I will attach this and then trim it round. And next time I do it, we might do it the correct way. When I'm gluing anything that is transparent or this type of material, I prefer to use a thin sticky back plastic. It does show through, all glues show through. I think the regularity of a strip of glue as opposed to the irregularity of you squeezing the glue along the edge, at least when I look at it, looks slightly better to me for my preference. Now I can see why you want a straight edge at the bottom so you actually hit where you intend to go, which is what I did when I did the prototype. I did that a day or 2 ago, and I haven't inked the top. This always happens when I do one of these challenges. I forgot to ink the edges, and inking the edges is what makes them stand out a little bit. So let's see, it's green, so I might ink the edges in the green, which I know is not traditional with junk journals. I know it's normally browns, but actually I'm getting a little bit bored of the brown. But I'll do a dark green. How's that for a compromise? A traditional green. Or is it a Jaguar green? James Bonded Jaguar. See, that's one reason to do it before you put it down, so you don't catch. Oops. That obviously has not glued down as much as you would want. So do run your tape right up to the top. There's a hint for you. Now I want to trim along that edge as well, because that's white. I'm going to try and do that carefully because I'm not the best at straight lines. Ink up here. Am I going to ink the actual sides or just no? I'm just going to ink the pocket. Always a decision to make, isn't there? Always a decision. Then this one goes the opposite direction with the torn edge. But this time I will remember to ink the edges first. And that's something else, guys. If you watch someone's video, just like all the other social media, YouTube does take into account how many minutes you watch something for. So do try to watch a video to the end, even if you do what I do, which is you keep it running and you go off and do the washing up or whatever it is you're doing. Just leave it running, because that is helping that YouTuber out. And if you like and comment and subscribe, that helps them out even more. But the next thing to do with each pocket is to decorate them. You don't want to put too much decoration on, because the whole point is that it's see-through. So it's just a little something. I'm going to look for something green, because I have green already on here. But I've got a little green stamp sticker with mushrooms. It's very interesting how much of these Victorian stickers, style stickers that you can buy, that have a lot of mushrooms. Made me think, well, are the Victorians into like magic mushrooms or something? I was a bit mushroom obsessed. It reminds me of Alice in Wonderland and the caterpillar, all these mushrooms. And then you just put some ephemera in it. I'll just put some in for an example. I've got these little playing cards I did in Melina's challenge the other day. Well, these are actually revision cards. Oops, that's a painting from a different challenge. Let's see what I've got in these altered playing cards. Not from anyone's challenge, I've just been doing them. Oh look, I have a green one. How convenient. Let's have a look. What have I got here? Oh, I've got a flamingo with a bit of green glitter. I mean, they don't have to all be journaling cards, which is what these are. You could put bits of paper in here or anything you want, really. I'm just doing that as an example piece, but it's quite nice. Alternatives I thought of. Let's have a go at one of those. Using the same idea, let's see if that's the one that fits that. Oh, it's a bit, maybe that's not quite wide enough, but it will do. Let's go with the idea that you rip from the same piece of, so you go from one corner down. I have to remember this now. And I think to get a depth, you're going to have to go quite sharp, aren't you? So you go one that way, and then you take that one and go that way. Yeah, and then you get that effect. And then I thought what you could do is you could actually add an extra bit in behind that. So then you've got 3 pockets. Okay, another one on. And then, again, you just want to put your ephemera in there. Like so. So that's a 3 pocket version, and we have 20 minutes still. Another thing I thought you could do is, oh, that's glued together money. Have I got a, that's money as well, and that's money. Oh, did I not glue together more promissory notes? I didn't. Well, that's a bit annoying. Okay. I think I'd fold it that way, where the writing is a little bit more interesting than the bottom. Unfortunately, I've run out of glue stick, which would be the best way to glue these together, because otherwise they're going to get very wet. Now, I wouldn't normally use a silicone glue for this because of the cost, but I want to get this down without too much issue in the sense of dampness. Hopefully I've put enough on that to, which way was I going to do it? So when it folds you get the writing. Okay, so this way. Yeah, so that's not too wet. Then when you fold it, you've got some of that writing there. And then you're just folding over that top edge like that. Then there is a bit of trimming up to do on this one. Then I thought the other thing you could do, if I've got one that hasn't been double backed, those have all been double backed, instead of using the see-through, you could use a check or another note, or this stocks and shares, or we've got some money, and make pockets out of these. This one's quite nice because it's blue and that's blue. And then what I would do this time is, rather than have two pockets from torn that way, is I would put two staggered pockets like that, or even slightly further off, although I quite like the signature and the date on this one. I think if I ink this, I will ink it with the traditional brown. I was just wondering whether I should punch out a little, sort of, very little, because I don't have a big enough punch really for this, about halfway. Can't really tell if that is about halfway. You could measure this, by the way. Now what's happened is that's slightly too deep because you want it more semicircular. So I am just going to do this. Oops. That's okay. Oh, is that the black one? Oh, it appears to be. Hold on. That's the brown one. Although black would show up as well and is perfectly acceptable. Let's do this one first, and around here, that's where we're going to place it once we get this tape down. This one I do want to line up to the bottom. Now I think because I have inked those edges, that definitely needs a trim up that side, doesn't it? I need to trim this side up. Let's get that brown again and edge around the whole lot. Give it that really grungy old look. You see, I actually, is that black? Gosh, me and my black and brown at the moment. I have to admit, I think, despite me getting black and brown and God knows what colour going on here, I'm gonna really grunge it all in together, I think, to make up for the fact that it's a mixture of colours. I think I prefer it with these pockets than these pockets. I'm not going to put any ephemera in that because I am actually running out. I need to do one of Melina's scrap busting challenges that creates lots of ephemera, I think. That might be next on the list. This one. Again, I'm thinking about how I want it to look when it's folded over. That would be a signature. I think I'd rather have, if I can, that at the top. Yeah, just under 5 minutes left. It's like, this is the stressful bit when you don't have that much time left. I'm going to do, because I really want that signature to show, I'm going to cut this across here because I want this signature to show and I don't want too much of a flap. I would want a coordinating colour for the pocket. So we have that, which is quite green. We've got this really beautiful one, which is absolutely stunning, isn't it? And I might, for the purposes of this one, partly time-wise and partly because I want to, just do one pocket. Do I want to, just so that it's different to the others again, just give them a, see if I can give them some kind of rounded corner. Will that even go in there? Is that even going in there? Very, very thin paper. Oops. Which one am I doing? I'm doing that one. Nearly rounded the wrong corner. That's it. Just so that each one of these examples is slightly different. Let's just get that one down here. And then, because I've done it on the other one, I did it on a 10, didn't I? And now, 13 seconds. 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have I done it? I think I might have done it. Nearly. What's that? 2 or 3 seconds over? Just so I can get the finishing touches. Okay, I'll turn it off. Like I say, these are my preferred ones. It's a bit sticky there, but it's going to be stuck into a journal anyway. A double pocket from a check, or 2 checks, or something similar. The original concept, the 2 pockets with vellum and ephemera. I think that's 3 pockets, so slightly different to the original concept. And then the prototype. So in the time I managed to make, I managed to make 4. Not bad, I'm getting quicker. Let's just have a look and see if any of these will fit into the brown envelope journal. Because if they do, that's a page decorated. Ooh, that one's slightly too long. That one's nice in there. This is going to be stuck down in here and be the decoration on the first envelope in the simple envelope, brown envelope. I can't remember what it's called in the playlist journal. That's another thing done for here. And I'll put something in there. So that's rather cool, isn't it? So if you have enjoyed watching this video and the different versions I did of this, please like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the nice things to help grow this very baby, very new YouTube channel. Thanks for your time, and I will see you next time.